Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving into some source material you shared, focusing on Talend. Specifically, what does it really take to move beyond just the basics?
Right. And the big question these notes seem to pose, I think, is what separates a good Talend developer from a great one?
Exactly. You might think it's just, knowing where to find components and drag them onto the canvas. Simple enough.
Yeah, seems that way at first. But our analysis suggests true mastery means becoming more like an architect of integration,
Not just a technician.
not just a technician, precisely.
That's interesting. The material makes it clear that, okay, Talend's visual interface is great for getting started quickly. Anyone can build simple pipelines fairly easily.
Absolutely. But what stood out from digging into the sources is that building pipelines that are genuinely efficient, scalable, and importantly, trustworthy at scale. Well, that requires a fundamentally deeper skill set.
Okay, so it's not enough just to connect A to B then.
Doesn't seem like it, no.
It sounds like the key takeaway is that these great developers, they actually think like architects. They need a deep grasp of the underlying architecture.
Yes, exactly. Understanding things like ETL versus ELT paradigms, solid data modeling principles.
Right. And knowing how to handle complex job orchestration.
Hmm.
It's not just which component to use, but why you're using it within a specific design.
Couldn't agree more. And the notes get pretty specific about the tools an architect actually uses. It highlights designing complex multi-sub-job workflows
Okay.
and really leveraging key components, things like TMAP for those intricate transformations,
Yeah, TMAP is crucial.
and T-join for efficient data combining, and T-parallelize to speed things up. Mastering these isn't just about placing them on the canvas.
It's knowing how to configure them, right, for maximum impact and performance.
Precisely. Configuration is key.
And okay, beyond just moving the data around, the material points out something absolutely critical for building trust. That's data quality.
Oh, definitely. Huge point.
Profiling your data before you even start processing it, setting up validation rules, using Talend's data quality features to spot and handle duplicates.
Yeah.
That seems like a huge differentiator.
It is, because data pipelines aren't successful if the data coming out the other end is, well, unreliable. Garbage in, garbage out still applies.
Makes sense. And this raises an important point about efficiency too, doesn't it?
It does. Building something that works is one thing.
But building something that works fast and doesn't, chew up endless resources, that's another challenge entirely.
Right. The sources really stress that great developers are like performance tuning wizards.
Wizards, okay. So they can look at a job, see why it's slow, and actually know how to optimize it.
Yeah, that's the idea. Performance isn't some luxury at scale. It's an absolute necessity. Slow jobs cost money and time.
And here's where it gets really interesting, something that jumped out from the notes as a major dividing line. Java fluency.
Ah, yes, the Java layer.
Not being afraid to get into it, right? Whether it's writing custom routines for some unique logic that components don't cover, or just debugging complex execution issues.
Absolutely. Talend runs on Java, fundamentally. Understanding that engine under the hood seems crucial for tackling problems the visual interface just can't solve on its own.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, these insights offer a pretty clear path forward, both for developers and, well, for those building the teams.
Yeah, I think so. For developers, it's really a call to go deeper beyond just the component basics.
So more learning needed.
Definitely. It means proactively learning data profiling techniques, maybe writing cleaner SQL queries that your Talend jobs will execute.
Better SQL helps everywhere.
It does. And understand concepts like slowly changing dimensions for historical tracking and really embedding performance tuning into your everyday development habits, not as an afterthought.
It feels like a reframing of the role then. You're not just a data mover, you're engineering trust in that data across the whole organization.
That's a great way to put it, engineering trust.
And for leaders hiring talent. The sources suggest maybe shifting screening criteria a bit.
Yeah, look beyond just basic drag and drop knowledge. Ask about how they approach performance issues, maybe how they handle messy edge cases.
Real world problems.
Exactly. And do they think about building reusable patterns instead of just hacking together one-off jobs every time?
Because the cost of poorly designed pipelines, like the material notes, it adds up fast. Slow reports, wasted compute.
And ultimately, unreliable data that undermines business decisions. That's the real cost.
So what does this all mean then? Pulling it together from the sources, mastering Talend is clearly about evolving past that technician role.
Becoming an architect.
An architect who understands underlying principles like ETLELT, data modeling, Leverages advanced components like tmap and tjoin effectively.
Champions data quality.
Obsesses over performance tuning.
And isn't afraid to dive into the Java layer when needed. Yeah.
It's really a call to engineers to build robust, reliable, efficient data flows. Ultimately, this deeper expertise isn't just about moving data around.
It's about engineering trust in that data for the entire enterprise.
Exactly. Engineering data trust. What stands out most to you from this idea, this concept of becoming an architect of data trust?